This is question number 3 on quiz 10 for module 14. So here we are provided with sales, NOPAT, and NOA for both the horizon period and the terminal period. So it asks us to estimate the value of a share of Best Buy common stock using the residual operating income model as of this date. So we just copy this table, basically copy the table to our worksheet. And then notice that ROPI model basically is the firm value equals NOA plus the present value of the expected ROPI. And ROPI is basically NOPAT minus the beginning value of NOA times RW. RW is the discount rate, also the weighted average cost of capital, right? So that's provided directly. So we first need to calculate ROPI, basically ROPI. So ROPI, the calculation starts from 2012 because we need the previous year or beginning balance of the NOA, right? So basically NOPAT minus the beginning balance, so that's the 2011's number, times the discount rate, right? The discount rate going back, that's the 11%. So then we need to pay attention to the rounding requirement, right? So here you can see that round your answer to the nearest whole number except for the discount factor and the final price, shares outstanding and stock price. So, and round your discount factors to 5 decimal places, common shares outstanding to 1 decimal place, and stock price to 2 decimal places. And use your rounded answers for subsequent calculations. So that means we need to put this in a rounded format. Use the round function and keep 0 decimal place. And now I can pull all the way, put the sale all the way to the terminal period. And then the next row is discount factor. So this is basically equals 1 over 1 plus the discount rate, 11%. For the first year, 2012, I don't need a power, but I will still put a power here because I want to drag the sale to the right after I got the number for this year. So it's going to be this number, 2012, minus the starting year, the current year, which is 2011. So I need this, I need to round to 5 decimal place. Just keep 5 decimal place. So, and change the format the cell to 5 decimal place. And then I can pull the cell to the right. Right, so I just need to find to get the discount factor for all the horizon period. So then the present value of horizon, ROPI. Right, horizon is basically this 4 years, and terminal is basically next year after 2015. So the present value of horizon ROPI is basically the ROPI multiplied by the discount factor, right? And I also need to round this to the whole dollar, so 0 decimal place. And then I need to get the cumulative sum of present value of horizon ROPI. So this is basically the sum of these 4 numbers. And then I also need to get the present value of terminal ROPI. So this is basically the terminal ROPI, this number, divided by the discount rate minus the growth rate for the terminal period, right? It's 1%. So 1%. But so far, this is the present value in terms of the last horizon period, 2015. I still need to discount this 2015 present value back to the true present, 2011. So I just do that basically by dividing by 1 plus the discount rate and raised to the power of the year number 2015, the difference between the year number 2015 and the 2011, which is 4, right? And here I also need to keep round to the whole dollar. So, and then I also need to get NOA number because the ROPI number requires the NOA to calculate the firm value, right? So NOA is directly copied from the information provided. So now I can calculate total firm value. Basically is the sum of these 3 numbers. And then the next one is NNO and NCI, right? Because I need to subtract these 2 numbers to get the active value. And so after active value, I need to get shares outstanding. And then dividing by shares outstanding, I get the price per share, right? So basically, I need to fill in these blanks. So NNO is directly provided, right? NNO is right here. Net non-operating obligations of 792. So I just copy the number 792, and NCI is 690, right? 690. So I need to copy the number here. It's better. Yeah. Anyway, you know what the number is. So this equals firm value minus the NNO and then minus the NCI, right? That's the equity value. And then shares outstanding is also directly provided. Common shares outstanding is right here. So we need to keep 1 decimal place. Remember, that's the rounding requirement. So that's actually, so just use the round function equals round and 1 decimal place. So I need to format the cell to be 1 decimal place. So eventually price is obtained by dividing the equity value by the shares outstanding. But then I need to round this to 2 decimal place, right? So then I need to format the cell to have 2 decimal place. All right, so I guess we are done with this table. So the rest of the job is simply to copy the numbers back to the table. All right, I'm done copying all these numbers back to this table. So the part B, assume Best Buy stock closed at $43.47. So our estimated value is lower than its price, right? So how does your valuation estimate compare with this closing price? What do you believe are some reasons for the difference? So A, stock prices are a function of many factors. It is impossible to speculate on the reasons for the difference. I guess this most likely is not the correct answer, right? Even though stock prices are a function of many factors, but we can still try to analyze what might be some of the reasons for the difference between our estimated value and the actual price. So B, our stock price estimate is lower, and that's correct, indicating that we believe that BBY stock is undervalued. This is not right? Because the actual price is higher than what we believe the price is. So this is actually overvalued. So that C, our stock price estimate is lower and indicating that it is overvalued. This is right. Stock prices are the function of expected NOPAT and NOA as well as WACC discount rate. And this is actually correct because if you check the ROPI table, ROPI model, see that firm value, hence the equity value, depends on NOA and the present value of expected ROPI. And the ROPI depends on NOPAT and NOA and WACC, right? And present value also depends on WACC. Hence, ultimately, the firm value depends on NOPAT, NOA, and WACC. So far, this is correct. And let's continue to read. Our lower stock price estimate might be due to more optimistic forecast or lower discount rate. And this part is not correct, because if we have a more optimistic forecast or lower discount rate, then our estimate for the intrinsic value should be higher than the actual price, not lower. So then, even without looking at the last part, we should know the last one should be the choice, right? Because we have ruled out all these first three choices. But let's continue to finish reading this. Our stock price estimate is lower than that. That's correct, indicating that it's overvalued. That's correct. And stock prices are a function of this, and this is correct. Our low stock price estimate might be due to more pessimistic forecast or a higher discount rate compared to other investors and analyst model assumptions. And this is correct, right? So let's save our answer.